Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aseem Singhal and today I'm going to discuss with you a unique strategy. It's a scalping strategy. That means I want to quickly come in, take the profits and come out. And in this I use a 3-minute time frame along with two major indicators, which is RSI and Bollinger Bands, but I also use RSI divergence. So I'm going to tell you the exact rules that I follow and some examples as well, where we can clearly see that how this strategy works. In fact, in this strategy I have a very good accuracy and I also have a great risk to reward. I keep a risk to reward of 1:4. That means if I have a stop loss of 10 points, I generally keep a target of 40, because that's the beauty of the strategy. But as usual, before we go forward, make sure that you smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. So let's start the video. So in this strategy I use 3 minutes time frame, and the first step, if I'm looking for a buying entry, is I am looking for the candle to be below the lower band of Bollinger Band. Okay, so we know what a Bollinger Band is. Once you put the Bollinger Band with the normal settings, we get two levels, the upper level and the lower level. Now statistically, if the stock is below the lower band, then there is high chance that it will come up. And similarly, if the stock is above the upper band, there is high chance that the stock might go down. So we are going to use the same thing, but we know that if we just blindly follow this, there are high chances that if the stock keeps going in the same direction, we might have big stop losses. So to make sure that we don't get stop losses, I have added the RSI divergence here. So let me again tell you all the rules, how we're going to work. Let's talk about when we are going to buy the trade. Okay, so if we are going to buy the stock, the first step is we are looking for the stock to be below the Bollinger Bands. Once we have got that, at the same time, now I will add RSI 14 and I'm looking for a bullish divergence. Now what is a bullish divergence? A bullish divergence means that my stock is still making lower lows, but on the other hand, my RSI is making higher highs. So when that happens, there is high chance now that the stock might reverse and we can go for a buying entry. So once we have got both the conditions true, we look for a green candle, and as soon as we get the green candle, we buy at the high of the candle and we put the low of the candle as a stop loss, and I put 1:4 risk to reward. And most of the time what you'll notice is that the stock will reverse and it will hit our target. Similarly, let's take the example of the selling direction. So in this case, the first step is we want the stock to be up above the upper Bollinger Band. Once this happens, I'm looking for the bearish divergence. That means I'm looking for the stock to make higher highs, whereas the RSI should make lower lows and lower highs. Once that happens, again I will look for a red candle now, because I want to go selling direction. Once I get the red candle, I will sell at the low of the candle. I will put the high of the candle as a stop loss, and again I will trade with 1:4 kind of a risk to reward. And this is a very good strategy. You can try it out. Actually, in fact, let's see some examples on the chart so that you can understand how the strategy works. So let me go through the rules once again. This is a strategy on scalping. So this is a scalping strategy. A scalping strategy means that we want to quickly get into the trade, take the profit, and generally come out of the trade very quickly. So maximum you would be in the trade for only half an hour. The best part of the strategy is that the stop loss is very small, and for that we are using a 3 minutes time frame. And in this I use basically three parts. The first thing is Bollinger Bands. Let me show you the settings. It's the normal setting, 20 length, the closing basis, and standard deviation is 2. That's the first indicator which I've added to my 3 minutes time frame on Nifty. The second indicator is the RSI, again the normal indicator, RSI 14. And the third thing that I'm going to use is RSI divergence. So now let me tell you what the strategy is. Essentially, we know that if the stock is below the lower Bollinger Band, so something like this, if the stock is below the lower Bollinger Band, there is high chance that the stock will go up. But when can we take the entry? If you see here, even here the stock came below the Bollinger Band, right? Even here the stock came below the Bollinger Band. So we should know the exact time to take the entry, and for that we are going to use the RSI divergence. So what we're trying to see here is, first step is we are looking for the stock to be below the Bollinger Band. Once that is true, we look for if we get a divergence. So you can see here clearly there's a divergence. The stock is still coming down. We are doing it on a closing basis, but during the same time RSI is going up. So this is telling me, okay, there is a possibility of a reversal, and yes, the reversal did happen. But generally when I take a trade is I wait for a green candle. So I get a green candle like this, I will buy at the high and I will put the stop loss here. So this becomes my entry and this becomes my stop loss. And once I've taken the entry, I will put a target of 1:4. Yeah, the target in this is 1:4, because what I've seen is generally the movement is very quick and we can even get a target of 1:4 pretty easily. But in this case, you can see the market didn't go really up and we will exit somewhere at the closing price because there was no time left. So this was almost like a break-even trade. Let's try to see one more example. Again, I'm showing you a buying entry. So as you can see, Bollinger, the stock was below the Bollinger band. So our first condition is true. We've got the divergence also because the stock is still coming down, whereas the RSI is flat. So there's a divergence. So we're looking for a green candle. We've got a green candle also. So this is my green candle. So I will buy at the high and I will put the stop loss here. So it's a very small stop loss. And I'll put a 1:4 target, and you can see that we will achieve our target maybe in 30 minutes. So this was a good trade. Let's see one example on Bank Nifty also. Again, I've already marked the example. So you can see that again, the candle was below the Bollinger band, lower band. And during the same time, we are getting the divergence because stock is coming down and RSI is going up. So we are looking for a green candle. We've got the green candle. We'll buy at the high. We put the stop loss at the low. But again, because there was no time left, we'll exit somewhere at a very small profit or break even. Let's also see one example for the selling trade. For that, I'm showing you Adani Enterprises. Now since it's a selling trade, now the conditions will be reversed. So we are looking for a candle to close above the upper Bollinger band, and we are looking for a bearish divergence to happen. So you can see here that the candle has closed above the Bollinger band, and during the same time we are getting a divergence, a bearish divergence, because the stock is going up whereas the RSI is coming down slightly, or maybe we can say sideways. High chance that it will come down. So we look for a red candle. We've got a red candle here. This is my red candle. So I will enter at the low. I will put the stop loss here, and we can easily get a 1:4 target in maybe half an hour again. And let's take one more example. Again, I'm showing you a selling example. All my conditions are true. My stock is above the upper band. I've got my bearish divergence because the stock is going up, whereas the RSI is coming down. I will wait for the red candle. This is my red candle. I will put an entry on the low. This is my selling entry with this as the stop loss with a 1:4 risk to reward. And again, my target gets hit. So generally, you will notice it's a very good strategy because we are getting two confirmations that the stock can reverse. First confirmation is because of the Bollinger band, and the second one is because of the divergence. And the third part, a good part about the strategy is that the stop loss is really small. So with really small stop loss and the target of 1:4, even if we get an accuracy of 50%, this can be a really good strategy. So how was today's strategy? I hope you saw how the unique combination of Bollinger bands with RSI, and that too with RSI divergence, works really well, where we are able to get very good trades with a very good accuracy. On top of that, since it's a good reversal trade, generally what we have seen, we get a good risk to reward 1:3, 1:4 also. So if you like this strategy, first thing you have to do is like this video. Second thing that you have to do is subscribe to the channel. And the third thing that you have to do is comment. So if you have any questions, comment down below, and if there is anything which I can help you with, you can send me a message and I'll try to answer your questions. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.